What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 of the lattice projecting fragrances in my collection. These are not all of the, lattice projecting fragrances in my collection, but these are some of the stronger ones. So let's go ahead and get started with the most obvious. It's going to be Ombre Nomade. I feel like this is the king of projection and longevity and sillage, but yeah, I mean, Ombre Nomade, it's got that pump behind it. This one, easily like 20 feet, people could smell you if you overspray. Could be 100 feet if you overspray, like, let's say 5 sprays, 100 feet. That's all I gotta say. Next is gonna be another one that's very strong. It's a designer that's well known for being a strong fragrance. It's gonna be Sauvage Elixir. This is another powerhouse. Gotta be careful with the sprays on this one. Even though it's a really nice scent, I do recommend this one a lot to coworkers when they do overspray it. I don't really mind it, when they overspray, but a lot of other people probably do. Next, we'll talk about one that I constantly talk about being a good projector. Also has good sillage. And longevity. It's going to be Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Performance on this fragrance is no issues. As much as it's talked about and hated about, people love it, people hate it, people probably just love to hate on it, but that's one of the, I think it's worth the money in my opinion. Let's just leave it at that. Next is 2 fragrances that I don't really talk too much about, but it's going to be Erba Pura. I do have this one. I don't wear it too much just because of how strong it is. This one chokes me out. So last time I wore it, I only wore like 2 sprays of it just to be on the safe side. But the first time I did maybe 3 sprays and I was choking myself out. For you guys that don't know, my first clone fragrance was actually Alhambra Amber Oud Gold Edition, which is the clone of this fragrance. I didn't even know Alhambra at the time was a clone house. I just smelled them at a Perfumes for You or whatever, and I saw that they were like, I don't know, $80, $90 for an Alhambra bottle. Then I just found it online for like $20, and I was like, oh man, this is probably a fake one. I ordered it anyways because it was so cheap, and I was like, it's actually a really good fragrance. Like, or I actually thought, like, this is a good fragrance. Why the hell are they charging that much at that place? I've made mistakes, all right. I feel bad for the people that are just getting into fragrances and are making the same mistake I did, where you go into one of those perfume shops and they pretty much just tear you a new one, when you could just go on discounters and find the fragrance for like half the price that they're offering. One of the fragrances I actually enjoyed that you can only find at a Perfumes for You is Claude Le Melody's or it's like Claude Marcel's La Melody or something, but that's a really good fragrance. Apparently it smells really close to Eros Flame. I don't remember how Eros Flame smells like. I have to get my nose on it and then I'll probably go from there. Anyways, that was a sidetrack, but Erba Pura, one of those stronger fragrances. A lot of people love Erba Gold. I tried Erba Gold. Don't really remember there being much of a difference, if I'm not mistaken. It was been a while ago. And it was already after I bought this fragrance. And lastly, this is going to be probably like a hidden gem or a hidden one with this projection stuff, because when you wear it, you don't feel like you're projecting. But this is a fragrance my girl and I wear. When she's wearing it, this is projecting off of her. Like, she leaves the room and you can smell it in the room still. And you can even smell it from like, the thing is, it's not a strong fragrance. So it's kind of like an airy fragrance. Sometimes you don't even realize you're smelling it, to be honest. Until like I say, I can pretty much smell it. She comes closer, then you can definitely smell it. But it's gonna be Spice Blend. So Spice Blend, it's the fragrance that we purchased on our on the day we got engaged. We went to Dior. She really loved this one. So we went ahead and bought it. But yeah, like when I first wore it that night for the engagement, I was like, this isn't, I don't really smell this. But she smelled it fine. Then it was like later on in the night, I started to smell it somewhat, but I didn't really smell it on myself. But I could smell it on her. So we were both wearing it, and I could smell it on her. So I was like, maybe it's just me. Well, she said she could also smell me, but she can't smell herself. So this is like one of those weird fragrances that you can't really smell it on yourself, but I can smell it on her. Then she can smell it on me, but one of those things. Which, I mean, this is the first time me and her really split a fragrance. Most of the time I'm like, oh, you could, use this fragrance also, and she never does. This is actually one that we talked about because she actually enjoys the fragrance. I told her she could wear it, and she never does. But yeah, Spice Blend. Really nice. Don't feel like it's talked about enough for Dior's Privé collection or private collection or whatever. I was pretty much like, I had tunnel vision with this fragrance just because when I went to Dior, I was going more for that tobacco. So when she was in love with this one, I was kind of like tunnel vision to tobacco. But either way, it worked out. We ended up getting it anyways. This one is a really good fragrance. It was her pick. She did a great job picking this one. And I ended up getting tobacco anyways. So win-win. But yeah, these are the 5 fragrances that are they do have very good projection in my collection. If you wear any of these, besides maybe Imagination, watch your sprays pretty much. Spice Blend, also another one that you might not have to worry too much about the sprays. But in between Erba, Pura, Ombre, Nomade, and Sauvage, Elixir, those 3 are nuclear. You might get a hate crime, just because of someone not liking your fragrance. Someone might hurt you if you overspray those fragrances. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.